Hi, my name is Edward Rivera. I'm the team leader of Team Rivera, brokered by EXP Realty, and most importantly, I'm a shareholder of EXP Realty, and I want to share some information with you and hope that you want to come join alongside us and become a shareholder of the company yourself. So, I want to tell you a little bit about why I joined this beautiful, beautiful company called EXP Realty. So, I came from a big box brokerage, a well-known brokerage. They're a national company. I was part of a franchise here in the San Diego market with over 1,000 agents and double-digit number of offices. They sold a lot of houses, lots of market share, especially in my immediate local market in this part of San Diego. I loved it there. You cut me open, I still bleed blue. Great culture, loved the camaraderie. Even though I joined during COVID, still made a lot of friends, and as things started to open up, I really saw myself staying there for a very long time. But I had to work so hard to negotiate my splits to finally get to a 90-10, still pay a 6% franchise fee, and out of all that money I was paying them, I was getting like no return on investment in it. Sure, we had office space, we had potlucks and parties and awards, but those awards, yes, they look really great on the shelf, especially when clients come in like, whoa, it's a top producer, it's the rookie of the year. But none of those trophies and awards were going to do anything for my financial future, and most importantly, for my wife and my kids and their future. So, a little bit about why I joined the company. One was growth. EXP was founded in 2009 as the first cloud-based real estate brokerage. They're innovative, they're tech forward. I want to be a part of that growth. They were growing in agent count. And even to this day, there are over 85,000 agents here at EXP Realty. I came for the high-level collaboration. Now they say you don't want to be the dumbest person in the room. You probably don't even want to be the second dumbest person in the room, but I'm okay being the second dumbest person in the room because we always want to be elevating the people we hang around with. They say we're the average of the 5 people we hang around with, so what you got to do? Got to elevate those rooms. Now I get to sit in virtual rooms over Zoom. I get to have lunch and dinner with people who sell hundreds of homes a year and $100, $200, $300 million plus worth of volume in a year. Those are the people I want to be around. And what's great is these people, they share it all. There's no secrets. Look, back in the days before even I was a real estate agent, it was very common that people would keep secrets, not just within their brokerage, but even their own individual business. Today, this is a world of collaboration, and that's helped me get to where I am today. Most importantly, control of my finances. Look, I love having a $16,000 cap. Those 18 months, my second year in the business at my previous company, I did 18 transactions here in San Diego. It was a lot. I was living the life. I thought I was king of the world. At that pace, I was gonna be filthy rich. But I paid so much money to that company. Again, 10% of my split, 6% franchise fee, E&O at $150 a file, it wasn't even capped. Just forget about it. It was a lot of money. I was getting little to no ROI on that. And so I knew I had to make a change. After those 18 transactions, I did the math. I still remember it, end of June 2022. I did the math. I would have saved over $50,000 in those 6 months had I joined EXP sooner. And so having control of my finances are so important to me because now it's not that I don't want to pay a company money, right? They do a lot for me. They do things. I want them to grow too. They make profit. I make profit. I understand all of that. It's part of running a business. However, I just wasn't getting a return on investment on it. And what I would rather do is pay them less, keep more of my money so I can reinvest it in my own business so I can provide better service for my clients, get more clients, showcase my listings better, add staff, provide leverage, grow a team, so forth and so forth. So having control of my finances was one of the big things that I was able to gain by joining EXP Realty. And lastly, a revenue share. Look, this was not part of my move to EXP. In addition to revenue share, there's stock and equity. I really didn't care about that when I moved. But when we get into that, I'm going to tell you, this is really life-changing stuff. And EXP Realty, through the agent equity program and revenue share, has now provided us with an ability to exit real estate if we ever wanted to exit. Now, we already know most realtors probably don't have much of a retirement strategy. They sell houses until they can no longer sell houses. And if they love it, great. But if you're a lot like me and getting into real estate and starting this business was just a vehicle to more things, like maybe it's buying more investment properties or starting other businesses or just having financial freedom, then maybe you should continue on and learn more about EXP, because real estate is a vehicle for so much more. It's not something that I wanted to do it till the last day that I live. So a little bit of our company. Glenn Sanford founded this company in 2009. It's the first ever cloud-based brokerage. And my goodness, this is a smart man. He figured it out. This model, it works. And I'd love to share more about it with you here shortly. Now, how can you compare EXP to other companies? Well, do you guys remember Blockbuster? I grew up as a kid renting movies from Blockbuster. I still remember my uncle would take me and my cousin to Blockbuster, rent out some movies, rent out a couple video games, and then we go back and return it, and that evolved into like the Red Box, right? You guys remember Red Box? But along came Netflix, and they wiped Blockbuster off the map. Retail shops like Circuit City, you remember them? No more. You can get just about anything on Amazon, right to your doorstep, if not today, tomorrow. Traditional real estate brokerages, look, they're not dead, and I don't think they ever will die. Because I like the traditional real estate brokerage. Who doesn't love coming into a beautiful office, collaboration, other agents in the office working? I think it's a beautiful thing. However, this is starting to die down because of the rise of cloud-based companies such as EXP Realty. And I'm going to share with you why I believe this is the brokerage of the future, and the future is now. So one of the benefits of EXP Realty, it is one big brokerage. Now I get it, you don't want to feel like a small fish in a big sea, but the benefits, right here, off-market databases. So right now, if you had an off-market property and you were with a traditional brokerage, and if that traditional brokerage was a franchise, your off-market exclusives have to stay within that franchise office, not the entire franchisor, within that franchise office. At EXP Realty, we're one brokerage in multiple states and in multiple countries. Not only do you get one $16,000 cap on the commission, but you get access to the entire off-market database. So that means if you're here in San Diego and you have an off-market property, you can legally advertise that property to every other EXP Realty agent across this country because we're one brokerage. Another thing about the traditional brokerage, the brick and mortars, a lot of overhead, office space, front desk staff, maintenance fees, utilities, the list goes on, providing a space for other agents, so some brokerages charge desk fees. At EXP Realty, we're cloud-based. We have none of that. And it doesn't mean you don't have to have a cloud office. You can lease an office. I lease an office. A lot of my colleagues lease offices for themselves or for their teams. So how does it work? We've got a cloud-based brokerage. You log in EXP World, and it's a big world there in the virtual world. If I need to get a hold of a broker here in California, there's over a dozen brokers in California. I hop on to EXP World. It's all web browser based. Just make a couple of clicks. I'm in a broker room. I pull a ticket. I fill out a form. And in less than 5 minutes, and I've been in the broker room at least 24 times, I've been able to get to a broker face-to-face and in conversation with them. Now that's amazing, because I've been at a company and I know friends that are at other companies where there's only one broker. And if you've got a question and it's urgent, it's like grabbing a ticket at the supermarket where they prep your fish and you've got to wait till your ticket's called. It's like going to the DMV, waiting for your number. And guess what? We don't got time for that. My clients, I want them to feel like they're getting the VIP experience. And if I have questions or I need something that's taken care of right now, at EXP, I have access to a broker's within minutes. And that's a big difference maker when you're running a business like I do. The cloud campus environment, it's got everything. There's no desk fees there. You can work anywhere. You could be on vacation halfway across the world and be able to hop on here and talk to a broker today. You can attend a training today. When you log into EXP Enterprise, your login, you have access to this beautiful marketing center. There's over 5,000 templates, lots of partnered vendors, lots of templates. Literally hop on there, you'll find it. No need to fumble and build your own marketing. You can, which is one of the great things with EXP is they're really not picky with your marketing. So you get to keep your branding and they really kind of stay out of your lane. So check out some of those templates there. We use a couple of them ourselves. We obviously have our team branding, but this helps make the transition a lot easier. Another small thing I want to talk about is agent healthcare. Like if you're in a state like California, like I'm in, my goodness, healthcare costs are super, super expensive. And well, because we've got 85,000 agents, people have staff, you have access to EXP healthcare. Now with that number of agents, of course not everybody's using that plan, but we have the ability to negotiate a better deal. And the best part is if you have staff in-house, and they don't have to be a licensed agent at EXP to hop on EXP Healthcare. If they're an employee of yours, you can get them on this healthcare as well. Great thing to have. Now, I want to talk about the 4 pillars. Leads, training, equity, and revenue share. I'm going to go on these in detail here just next. First up is leads, and that's our lead generation and CRM. With your $85 technology fee, you get access to KV Core. That's your CRM and a website attached to it. You can use it for lead generation. You can run ads on it. Stay organized, don't miss out on your follow-ups, and then you also have access to EXP revenues, referral networks such as Rocket Homes, relocation referrals, EXP Affinity, that's like partnering up with like an HR department at a corporate world to get some more business, express offers, that's our iBuyer, our cash offer incentives, and much more. Contact me and I'd love to share you more information about our EXP revenues program. Live training. expcloud.com. You'll see all the training we have for the next week or so. More than 50 hours of live training every single week. Some are more general, anything from lead generation, lead conversion, how to run your business, how to run your P&L, how to manage your office, how to train an admin, how to hire an admin. The list goes on and on. You've also got your state-specific trainings. So like California, we've got state-specific training. We've got lots and lots of changes every single year to our contracts. The California Broker Room and those trainings got us covered. In addition to the 50+ hours of training held by our company, we have our Fast Forward movement. This is our tribe founded by Mary Maloney, Dan Beer, and Kyle Whistle, all here in San Diego with me. It's a production-focused group. It's highlighted by our Monday Mastermind. Every Monday, including holidays, we meet at 11 o'clock, 3 topics, and producers across the country from top solo agents to team members that produce well and top team leaders are sharing their playbooks, their strategies, their tactics, and all you gotta do is rip off, duplicate, and execute, and you can produce just like them. Weekly master classes. This is one expert, one topic. Same day, Monday, 10 a.m. Throughout the week, other masterminds. Some that are based on production tiers, from solo agents to $50 million plus producers. Operations masterminds for your ops person or your assistant. Lady Leaders Mastermind, got something for the ladies. In-person masterminds. One of the events that we did here in San Diego a while back, we had a 2-day mastermind at the Hard Rock in downtown San Diego. Our keynote speaker, James Clear, author of the best-selling Atomic Habits. And on top of that, lots of producers across the country flew in to share their playbooks and much more. Here are some of my favorite master classes. Production partner by Colton Whitney. I love that model. It is highly, highly profitable and it provides a lot of leverage. Allows a solo agent or a top producer to sell more homes. My production partner in 2023, about a dozen of the houses that my clients bought, I didn't go there until key day. She scheduled the showing, she showed the house, she went to the inspection, she did the walkthrough, and I got to show up for key day and ask the buyer, hey, show me your new house. Mark Pattison, a top 5 team here at EXP Realty, sells a lot of houses. He's got multiple business, multiple revenue streams, and he's a big giver. A lot of knowledge from Mark Pattison. I highly recommend you check this out on Online Leads. Mary Maloney, marketing genius. I love her presentation on geofarming. Not only did I see that one online, I got to see that live in person at an event. Looking to kickstart production or know someone that could really use an escrow? 100 open houses in 100 days. Payson Robertson, in his 20s, did just that, sold over 16 homes because of that challenge, and much more. Now that we've covered leads and training, I want to talk about the equity opportunity here at EXP Realty. So we have a sustainable equity plan. So here's what happens. When you sell your first house, you're going to get some stock on the company and become a shareholder. When you sponsor somebody and they sell their first house, you're going to get some stock as well. And every year when you cap, you're going to get stock as well. Going into that, when you do hit that cap, you have the ability to start qualifying for the Icon Agent Award, just like I did in my first year. That's up to $16,000 in stock upon the achievement of certain requirements. So when you first cap and hit your $16,000 cap, which for me takes about 4 to 5 houses in a year, and then you do 20 transactions on top of that to pay 20 transaction fees of $250 each for a total of $5,000, you hit the Icon Award and you instantly get $8,000 of the $16,000 stock in your stock account. To get the other $8,000, you have to hit other requirements, but I know it's very attainable for someone like you. You've also got the Agent Equity Program, and you've got the ability to use 5% of your commission to buy EXPI stock that's publicly traded at a 5% discount. So right out the gate, you're buying stock at a discount. So I'm going to talk to you about EXP and what they introduced here in 2024, Revenue Share 2.0. So EXP Realty, you're on an 80-20 split. So this is what the commission looks like. 20% goes to the company, 80% goes to you, the agent. Out of that 20% company dollar, they split it right in half. 50% goes to the company and 50% gets paid out into revenue share. Here's a breakdown of what the revenue share plan looks like. It goes down 7 levels. So if you sponsor an agent, that's your tier 1. If they sponsor an agent, that's your tier 2. And if that person sponsors an agent, that's your tier 3 and so forth. And when you sponsor an agent, you get a percentage of revenue share based on what tier they're in when they hit their full cap. If they don't hit a full cap, you still get partial, but to get the maximum 17.5%, which is $2,800 of a $16,000 cap, they need to hit the cap. So your first 3 tiers are fully unlocked. And then in order to get to tier 4 unlocked, you need to have at least 5 frontline qualifying agents. That's an agent that you've sponsored directly that has sold 1 house in the last 6 months. Well, it's really 5,000 GCI, but that's 1 house. To get to the next tier, 10 agent minimum. To get to tier 6, a 15 agent minimum. And to tier 7, 30 or more frontline qualifying agents. Now, we don't need to go so deep on the tail end, but just know the first 3 tiers are going to be fully unlocked, and it actually contains a majority of the shares here at EXP Realty when it comes to the rev share. And then for those that are really committed to the growth of our company, you get handsomely rewarded in your tier 6 and 7 as well. Just so you can put a dollar amount to those tiers, tier 1, $2,800, tier 2, $32, tier 3, $2,000, and then the rest below, and they have to have qualifying agents in order to unlock the full rev share for tiers 4, 5, 6, and 7. One of the neat things they did with Revenue Share 2.0, the Fast Start Attraction Bonus. So for the first year, the agent you sponsor, the $2,800 will actually be at $4,000 for that first year. Just giving you a nice little incentive to help grow our company just like I do. The sad thing is people do leave our company. And so what happens is in people's revenue share downline, there are agents that no longer are part of this company. So EXP is still committed to paying out 50% of the company dollar into revenue share. So we call that the bonus. And what EXP has done in RevShare 2.0 is they front-loaded this bonus to your tiers 1, 2, and 3. So really, at the end of the day, it's more money in your pocket for attracting agents. Now, I don't want to overcomplicate this RevShare conversation, but this, for me, is probably the most life-changing part of this whole video. And that's the ability of RevShare replicating a retirement fund. Now, a partner here at EXP, Gene Frederick, has this famous napkin presentation. I can send you that video, but I can also wrap it up for you here in just a minute or two. 900K nest egg example. So imagine an everyday person saving $900,000 to hit that 4% rule, right? Your nest egg, you withdraw 4%, maybe you grow 7, 8, 9% a year. You'll never run out of money, but if you're drawing 4% of 900,000, $36,000 a year. And even here in San Diego with a paid-for house, that's not much money to enjoy in retirement. You're definitely not traveling as much as you'd like to. In those 3 years, imagine I help you bring 6 more people to EXP Realty and then help those 6 bring 1 each, so like 6 total. That's 12 people in your downline, 6 that you sponsor and 6 that name one of those 6 as a sponsor. For your level 1, when they fully cap, 2,800 times 6, that's 16,800 a year. Your level 2, $3,200 times 6, $19,200 a year. You add those 2 numbers up, $36,000 a year, equivalent to this $900,000 nest egg. But wait, there's more. Now let's think a little bit bigger. How about 10 years big? Partnering with me here at EXP for 10 years. What if in 10 years we brought 10 people to the company and we help each of those 10 people bring 10 more people to the company? This is what the math looks like. A whopping $348,000 a year. And that does not include the revenue share income that would come if you had a level 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Now that's a true exit strategy. Imagine 10 years from now or sooner, you've sold a lot of houses, you grow in production, you attract people in this company, and even if you don't care about revenue share, you're naturally going to attract people, right? You sell houses, your friend wants to become a realtor, your cousin wants to become a realtor, your sibling wants to become a realtor, your former coworker wants to become a realtor, your neighbor wants to become a realtor. They go to you, they say, hey, I want to become a realtor, tell me about your company, and you can easily attract those people, right? Because if you're doing really well, they're going to want to do it too. So even if it's not your goal to get 300,000 plus in rev share, you will get rev share naturally by selling houses in this business. But just imagine 10 years being able to not have to sell houses anymore for a living. You can continue it. I think I'll be selling houses 10 years from now, but I also want to build this with you. So just know that rev share is life-changing money and it's real. It's dollars in your bank account, not just once a month, but now with EXP Rev Share 2.0, you can get your rev share paid out right now. Now remember, we are a production-first brokerage. For 2 years in a row, 2022, 2023, we are the #1 in transaction sites in all of the country. Now I invite you to become a shareholder with me here at EXP Realty. Just imagine what your business would look like a year from now. You've capped on commission. Maybe you've used that money you've saved, and because you're also going to do more business here, you now can hire that first assistant or that second assistant or that production partner to buy back some of your nights and some of your weekends, especially when working with buyers. Maybe you're able to grow your business by building a team. You can start your own ISA department, and we've got all the playbooks for that. Or adding a virtual assistant, playbooks for that as well. Maybe now with that money you save, you can finally start that geo farm that you've wanted to start all along, because every time a sign pops in your neighborhood, you're upset that it's not you, but you don't have the resources financially or the time to devote to that farm. At EXP Realty, we're going to buy back some of your time, allow you to have more money, more resources, so you can invest in the business the way you want to and get an ROI on that money, because you're not getting an ROI on that money you're paying your broker right now. What would it look like a year from now? Are you selling more houses? Are you buying back more of your time? Are you building that team that you always wanted to build so that you can do what you really love? If you're a lot like me, real estate is a vehicle to so many more things, such as financial freedom and buying investment properties and providing more for my wife and my kids. Figure that out. I'd love to hear more about what you feel EXP Realty can do for you. I'd love to have you as a partner. Please give me a call. Let's set up a time to chat. I can answer all your questions. I'd love to have you on board with us, and I can't wait to hear from you. Thank you.